Here we are.
Happy Sunday.
It's Sunday. Sunday. I've really missed you guys. I don't even know who's here, but Pat's here. Pat's here.
Pat.
Oh, look,
Scott.
it's my friend. It's my friend Scott.
We love
Scott, you know what? You sent us a message yesterday, and I appreciate it. Mary Ann's here. Hello.
Marianne.
And Melissa Graves is here. I've waited for
Happy
you all day.
Sunday.
Welcome, Melissa.
Yeah.
Amy Davis is here.
Amy. Hi.
And Amy has a horrible respiratory. We'll keep you in our prayers. I promise.
Yes, promise.
I promise. Emily.
Yeah.
Tell our secretary to write down and pray for Amy Davis. Okay. That means you. All right. So here we are. It is. All right.
It's Sunday. Introduce.
It is Sunday.
Who are you?
I'm James.
And I'm Emily.
We show you our actual weight loss journey with the keto lifestyle.
Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook. And most importantly, don't forget to
get ready.
Set.
I say set. Set.
Keto.
All right. It has been a long time no see. We are so out of practice because Emily started her new lovely job.
In March.
Was it March?
Mm-hmm.
At the end of March?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's been about 6 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I have kept my old, not new job.
Yeah.
But we have things going on. We've been very busy with our church and stuff. And
grandbaby. And the job thing.
Jeff's here. Hello, Jeff.
Jeff, hi.
I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm really, we do exist, Linda. Promise. really considering starting my own business. So that's something that's in the works. I just need some more confirmation from God, whether that works or not, because God can do like something in like 30 seconds that would take me a lifetime to accomplish. So without him, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just waiting on that. And here we are.
Yeah.
We're back. It's Sunday.
Mm-hmm. We were sitting and talking, and I have been going through some things spiritually, kind of some spiritual battles, and I'm not going to go into depths over that, but just kind of talking about different things where there's battles anywhere you turn, I feel like, and that includes dieting, that includes jobs, that includes family life, that includes friends, that includes so many things. And we've just had some conversations today about our eating and our diet and our plan and moving forward. And we then kind of had confirmation at church. We're in the choir, and we were talking, or I was talking to someone because they're doing a women's thing next weekend for Mother's Day, kind of a wellness Saturday. And she asked if I was going to be there. And I said, no, I have other plans. And she was saying how she was hoping that I would be there to share information about our journey that we've been on over the past few years.
She was basically saying how important
it is.
Health is for us. And because, it actually started out with her talking to like, did you think it was hot up there today? And I was like, no, I don't get hot anymore. Ever since I lost 100 pounds, it's like I'm always cold. And then, it turns into people need to know this.
Yeah. So she kind of made it confirmation that we really need to make it more of a priority to share our journey, whether it's good or bad. And
you know what? There's 16 watching now. Normally we're used to 80, 90, but we don't care because
we don't care
if we can just help one person, it still stems. If we can just help one person, or if one person listens to us and we become friends, that makes everything worth it.
It does. And we've gained so many friends on this journey, and we've learned a lot on this journey.
Okay, so everyone talks about like your wins and non-scale victories and things like that.
But nobody wants to talk about the failures.
Well, no. A non-scale victory. What did we do Friday night?
Friday night, James joined the softball team for church.
Something I would have never did at 314 pounds.
Yeah.
I would have never did that.
So
And I'm not saying I'm any good, but I'm saying I don't fear having a heart attack while I'm out there.
yeah. Yeah. So, and then again, Saturday we went to the batting cages, and yeah. So there are non-scale victories.
There are, and it's just being more active. But at the same time, we always say that we're busy, right?
Mhm.
So while we're busy, we also still need to not neglect. We realize that we need to not neglect the community. We need to not neglect our diet, because lately, being busy
Mhm.
has led into we're just going to admit it. It's kind of like, okay, like, yeah. A sinning man don't pray, and a praying man don't sin, right? Or at least tries.
Yeah.
So a person who's not doing the best on their diet don't want to talk about their diet. And that's kind of where we were.
Yeah.
Staying above water. Like every week, I'm right back to the same weight.
Mhm.
But there's a difference. Even if you maintain the same weight, right? You would think that, oh, well, that's a win, right?
Yeah.
Like you've been cheating, like more than on, because there's so much stuff. Like Emiley's being taken out for lunch, for work meetings, and at the Olive Garden. And then it just becomes easy to be busy and be like, oh, I'm just going to, have a piece of gas station pizza because woe is me, we're busy and gas station pizza is good. So, but even though, you maintain, even if you just maintain, which I am up overall from the last year, I am up a little bit, but nothing that literally like a month
But
of being
enough
back.
to be like.
Enough that you feel bad. But that's not even what's making me feel bad, because I'm actually the same as I was a couple months ago when we kind of really fell off the wagon, like in general, like more so than not.
Yeah.
Is like the oils and stuff. Like when it becomes easy to eat out more than it does to cook at home, you start getting oils, which means that like even if you're not up in weight, your face is puffy. Your eyes are puffy. You take your socks off and you got the indentions in your legs.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like I know that keto is the way. I've always known that. I've never doubted that. I mean, there's been times that I've doubted, like, not that keto was the way.
I've never doubted.
Not that keto was the way, but like more of like just whole foods in general, like single ingredient foods, I know are the way. That's, I think even someone who eats corn, it's still better than eating, mac and cheese with 40 ingredients in the cheese packet.
Yeah.
But we are keto and we're here.
But we've been struggling. And while we say, we are gonna, I think that's the title you put it, we blew it. Not only that, he had struggled because of quitting smoking and quitting vaping and whatnot. Whereas I had quit smoking cigarettes about a year ago, and I didn't quit vaping until pretty recent. So that's going to be my...
Oh, Emily's confessing.
Yeah. That's my...
So with me quitting, when I quit the vaping, I gained 10 pounds. With Emmy, when she quit the vaping, I think she gained 10 pounds.
15.
So it looks like
10 to 15.
Okay, so
and that's something else.
Like she's gonna get upset and emotional. So there's times that like, okay, so since we're putting everything out there, one of the reasons that we stopped doing weigh-in is because I was afraid that Emily was getting like, you go from one unhealthy addiction to food to another unhealthy addiction to food. So it's like you reach your goal, but then you still, after so long, you still expect yourself to lose weight. And if you don't lose weight, or if you gain a pound, you're like, oh, what do I need to do? I need to double down. So Emily, her weight goal was 150.
Yeah.
She was down to 143. And if she didn't continue to lose at 143, she felt like she was a failure.
Mm-hmm. So I got back to where I wanted to be, about 150, but now I am about 165. So I don't like that. And I've struggled ever since I put all nicotine down. And yeah, that's my confession. And it makes me feel emotional. I feel like I've been an emotional wreck for the past few months.
She has, because Emily worked for 22 years at the same company. Okay. So when you work for 22 years with some of the same people, what happens is when you leave, even if you leave to something better, you're still going to look back and you're going to miss them people. John Guggenheim's here.
John Guggenheim.
So anyway, it's still all about health and things like that. And probably no one even knew that Emily vaped because she vaped. You know what I mean? It's not like you don't smell someone, you don't walk by someone and be like, they smell like a pina colada vape. But if they smell like an ashtray, you're like, ooh, they're a smoker.
Right. But it was obviously something I wasn't proud of and I didn't want to talk about. So yeah, I wanted to.
And it's so hard because so I've quit vaping everything for well over a year now.
Yeah.
I don't really think about it, but what I do think about is that how much I would say that my metabolism slowed down probably 200 calories a day between the time from smoking to not smoking. Yeah. So that's just something to think. There's something about when you quit smoking or vaping or using nicotine that your body for some reason. So
now I see what he was going through.
And it's so hard because, you know, before, like, you know, when you're smoking and things like that, you can just, it really curbs your appetite. But when you don't have anything.
It's not even that, the nicotine or anything like that, but there's a whole, like, something to do with your hands, right?
High five. You can do high fives. When
So
we're together. It's when we're apart that we can't do high fives.
Yeah. So yeah, while he was going through those struggles a year ago, that terrified me and I did not want to stop.
Cindy's here
vaping.
From Texas.
I didn't want to stop vaping.
Doesn't it hack your health now?
I think so.
Yeah, they're from Texas.
I didn't want to stop vaping because I saw what he was going through and he was gaining weight and I was like, no, I can't quit. Like, and that was strictly the reason why I didn't want to. It's just, so yeah, I wanted to put that out there and just share that with you. But yeah, just some struggles over the past few months.
There's that. We have the thumbs up stuff going on again.
That's right.
We need to turn that off. How do we turn that off? Where's Dustin at when you need him? Oh, Cindy says no, it's May 31st.
Oh, you're so wrong.
Well, I thought
He's so wrong.
Well, she posted a video about
Hi, Cindy.
She posted a video about going to the Hack Your Health thing.
Yeah.
All right. So John says it's great to see you guys. What are you confessing to? We're confessing to having too much bread with our cheeseburgers.
That's not even bread. Was never.
If we had to, okay.
Maybe, wasn't even that.
Okay. So maybe too much caramel on our popcorn.
Yeah.
or too much crust on our pizza.
The way that you word things.
I know. It gets me in trouble.
He's referring to me in my confession of when James quit smoking, John. He quit smoking and vaping and everything. And I was vaping and just pretty recently quit.
You know what's weird? From the time when I quit vaping, I never even thought about her. Like, I would catch her like out of the corner of my eyes. It's almost like she hid from me to do it. Like, I never really even thought about it. Like, I just thought, Anyway, hey, Jen's here, and she says that's living life. I've gained 10 to 15 pounds myself.
Yeah, I'm up about 15, so.
Ivy says you have to strengthen your bones, and the rest of your weight will come off. Also, incorporate beef. Suet? Is it like a duet, but it's suet?
Yeah.
I hope Ivy knows that I'm stupid. Carrie's here.
Hi,
giving out coffee to people that need it since I don't need coffee because he's been 827 days without it. Or
congratulations, Carrie.
John says, so basically you're human. Don't tell her that. She'll expect all the things that the rest of us have.
No, John, I've been an emotional wreck, honestly, for a couple months.
She really has. There's been times like
God bless him for putting up with me in my crying.
There's been times it's like we've had a bad week one time. At one point, there was a time that like I was literally to the point where I was like creeping around the house
because he was walking on eggshells.
She'd be like, "Why are you acting like that?" I'm like, "I don't know, because I don't know what's gonna make you mad anymore."
Or make me cry. Yeah.
Jeff says, "I don't know if it's a win or a fail, but my pants keep sliding down."
We'll call that a win.
I mean, I don't know. It all depends because I've always had that problem. Actually, you know what? It probably is a win for you, but when you're shaped like me, like a funnel, your pants always fall down. So it was never a win.
Somebody posted a picture of a dog.
Oh my goodness.
And it made me laugh because it reminded me of him because
I'm gonna have to show it. I'm gonna have to show it
he's
because
shaped like a frog.
A frog?
Or a dog. No.
All right, I'm gonna show you. And it says men in 30 in skinny jeans, right? Men
over 30.
Men over 30. I'm just gonna show you on my phone. Oh, come on. I gotta cover my face. There it is. It's the funniest thing ever. It's like, it's literally, it looks like me if it had pants on. It's the best thing ever. Like,
yeah.
I told the guy who posted, I was like, I don't know if I'm supposed to get offended or laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So Carrie says, thanks, James and Emily.
We love you, Carrie.
Cindy says, for sure, you are great, Emily. You too, James. Thank you very much.
You guys,
look. So you guys mean like almost the world to us. We love you guys so much, and we miss you guys so much. It's just, there's just times but we're not going to let life, because we're going to, so we're going to schedule this, I think we're going to schedule this, and it's still going to be.
Before we went on, I said, just don't eat your words later and be like, we're going to do this, and this.
We're just going to post videos 8 days a week now.
Yeah, because stuff happens and then we end up not, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to make broken promises.
So we are going to put out a real video this week, and it's basically going to be like what we just said. We blew it because we know that not everybody sees this, but we don't. If we're not living the keto life for that little bit, you don't really want to get on and be like, oh yeah, we're fine and everything's fine.
It's not fine.
Because it wasn't fine, because she kept getting taken out to dinners and stuff that wasn't. It was like Olive Garden
and Thai food and things that's so hard.
And so it's easy to say, you know what, as long as I'm not gaining, it's a win. But it still doesn't. I still didn't feel good. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I still didn't feel good. And even if I was eating out all the time, as much as we were, even keto, right? You're still going to get all the oils and the things that still don't make you feel that good. You know,
we still had go-to places to get salad and this, and we would always, we know that we're going to be up, but it's not even, I want to lose the 15 pounds I'm up, but I feel like I'm going to struggle even harder this time now because I'm not going to start smoking again. I'm not, that's not an option for me, and I do think that helped me. Not you know what I mean? But there's just certain things that even if you're staying low carb or keto, that you just know that aren't you're going to be up. Yeah. It's just.
I think one of the things that, what got us into this place also was the fact that I wasn't losing.
We were.
I really wanted to lose that that smoking weight, but yet I came so much into just a big stall.
Mm-hmm.
So then I started counting calories, right? Well, then you start counting calories and it starts to work a little bit, and it's like, well, I can have this as long as I stay under that, or I can have this, and then you feel bad
and kind of transition over to more of a calorie.
And then that doesn't make you feel good. So then you realize you need to just got to go back to your roots of where you're at, and then you start feeling bad because there's so many videos on here. I'm like, I'm going to be keto forever. And that's because I really intend to,
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm never going to have I'm not going to have anything. If there's a birthday party or something, I'm going to have pizza, or there's going to be times that like maybe on Cinco de Mayo, I want chips.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is what it is, to be honest.
Yeah.
But instead of being one that says, I think 90% is good enough, I'm going to be the one that says, I think that 95% is good enough, because I really need to buckle down. And it's bikini season. It is absolute bikini season. And I don't want to look like that little dog.
Yeah. It's just been rough. And when you're not doing the best, you tend to not want to talk about those things. But
John says, well, you need to get on here more often so we can tell you how much we love and appreciate you.
We love and appreciate you guys so much. So much. You
want to know something? So since we're back to keto, right? Everything's normal. That means we can talk about poop now.
Oh, Lord.
One of the things I noticed, all right, so you can go back and watch lots of videos, right? There's so many videos that, like, I was talking about how my stomach was messed up. 1 minute, I had gastro, whatever you call it. I had poop problems all along. And I always blamed it on the pasta and the breads and things like
that.
Yes.
You'd be like, oh, yeah, whenever it was.
Can't eat gluten.
Yeah, can't eat gluten because that tore me up.
Well, well then, like I knew the heavy cream, if I had it very much, would tear me up.
Yeah.
Well, I realized that if I had pasta with no cheese, nothing. It's dairy. I have a horrible dairy thing that upsets my stomach. So now, like, I know, isn't that weird? I had to add in more food to find out what was causing it. It's like the opposite of an elimination diet. It's like I added the stuff in that I thought was causing it, and it didn't. You get so blinded by the obvious. It's like, Anyway, I could eat.
So yeah, he has learned.
I can't have like
the hard way.
So I can have like the hard cheese.
Yeah.
But not the soft cheese. I'm sorry. Sorry. Don't beat me. I feel like we're just talking.
I know.
You need to include these people.
I know. So yeah. He's learned dairy. Does not like him, like in that way.
Carrie said, thanks for the doggone laugh, James. Cindy's been wanting to put a video out about insecurities.
Yes.
Not securities. That would be what Autumn's doing with the financial stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, I mean, we've even gone as far as James has been like, maybe we just need to change our channel name.
I did because so I tossed it around. I even made logos. It was going to be Ready, Set, Live instead of Ready, Set, Keto, because while I knew that everything was the way, I felt like with the keto in the name, I felt like if I wasn't perfect, that I was lying.
We also did get to a point where it was kind of like we just got tired of talking about our food.
We do get tired of talking about our food. Don't get me wrong, because one addiction or one food problem
can be the opposite.
Can turn from one way to another. You know what I mean? There's how many people, smoking. How many people go from smoking 3 packs a day to, when they quit, they hate everything about smoking and everyone who does it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like but we are keto. We will always be a heavy based keto diet. Heavy. Yeah, I probably didn't say that right at all.
No.
Not at all.
I caught what you were throwing down though.
Marianne said she's had a rough couple of months. We are not alone.
It sometimes feels like you are. Like for me, it makes me feel like a failure, and then it kind of rolls in and bleeds into other areas of my life, I think.
41 watching now. Thank you very much.
It's easy if you feel like a failure in one area. Again, for me, it feels that way. if I feel like a failure in one area, it bleeds into other areas of my life. And I feel like I'm failing at this too. And oh, I'm failing at this as well. And it just kind of can snowball for me. Even though I'm self-aware, like I know what's going on, it's still hard, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like I can still see it going on, but it's still hard. And I tend to shut down
You know,
a little bit. So
there is something. Okay, so like Marianne, other people saying Marianne hasn't said gain weight, but having a hard time.
it's hard, and
There-
you're not alone.
There's a lot of people right now. It seems like there's a lot of people that started keto about the same time, or YouTube or whatever,
Yeah.
and they all of a sudden there becomes a point that it almost feels like your body gets immune
Used to it.
to keto.
Mhm.
It seems like all of a sudden you can eat the same thing that you did last month, but this month you're gaining.
Yeah,
And
and
you
it can be very disheartening and
It
make you
is.
feel like, okay, maybe it doesn't work and maybe I was wrong, and give you a lot of self-doubt, and it
Yes.
just can make it hard.
Yes, it does. So, there's a lot of things that contribute to, what makes someone say, this isn't working, let's try something else. And then it's so easy to look, and then you'll see someone that says, oh,
Mhm.
well, you should carb cycle, or you should do this, or you should do this.
Yeah.
The problem is that stuff really doesn't make you feel good in the end. Like
as far as how you feel.
the problem is mixing systems. When you try to mix systems, when you're
Yeah.
5 days keto and 2 days standard American diet,
I feel like
it doesn't work.
But I do feel like even keto, you tend to do that. Like, okay, this isn't working for me, so maybe I need to go more meat heavy, or maybe I need to go higher fat, or maybe I need to go lower fat, or maybe I need to be ketovore. Or there's so many things where you can be self-aware and be like, this isn't working for me, I need to change it up. Like even to the point of, okay, maybe I need to carb cycle. Maybe I need to just lay off the whole keto thing for a couple weeks.
Maybe I need
and
to
let my body reset.
Maybe
and
I just need to be OMAD and
it's
only
so
eat one
easy.
meal a day, and you start choking yourself down to now I BBB and E, and then I can't have. Next thing you know, there's nothing that you can have, and you're kind of backed in a corner, and you don't know what's working anymore. So then you just kind of like heck with it for a little while.
Yeah. And it's easy to get in your own head, and even though you know what's going on, you still kind of get trapped in this cycle. I feel like.
But how thankful am I, seriously, that like we've only gained just the tiniest portion back of what we lost.
It feels like a ton to me.
It does, but not to say anything about anybody, there's so many people, and in the past, I would lose 40 pounds.
Oh, I've gained it all back.
On another diet.
Plus
and then you gain 60.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, we've lost 100 and gained 15. You know what I mean? Like, so it is what it is. There's been, I really do think that part of the solution as far as weight is to never stop getting on the scale, no matter how much you dread.
Some people are like, get rid of it.
Yeah, no matter how much you dread the scale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have never gotten up over 300 pounds had I been getting on the scale every single day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's just something about it. It's like, even if, eventually you're like, okay, I've gained this much and there will not be another pound.
Yeah. And then there's another pound.
No. But I'm just saying that, like, as long as when you're conscious, when you look at the scale and you say, oh, I'm up, this much, that kind of makes your meal that day not as enjoyable.
Yeah. It's just, and I'm not going to knock anyone who decides anything for what works for them, what's great for them. Thankfully, I have not had any ear infections with the way that I've been eating, which is a win for me, 100%.
No, but Emily's like her legs. Like, I'm really not having this problem like she is, but like her feet are constantly swelling.
In my face. And you can probably see it right now. Like, part of me did not want to go live right now because.
But your face is pretty.
And
I love it.
James is like.
I love her face.
I'm like, I was a little bit hesitant to want to go live today. And he said, is it because of your face? And I said, yes.
I would have said that anyway. That's just how we've always been.
Yeah, because I talk about it too, though. There was no offense taken at all, but I do. I tend to, my feet and my legs and my face tend to
All right, ready?
swell.
Let's be professional. Next question comes from Cindy DeManch. It says she missed the beginning of the live stream. And how's your new job going?
Cindy, I've had.
She'll call you.
You know what? I am blessed and I am loved deeply. Yep.
She went to a company that has like 8 businesses, so it's been quite the struggle. Like she's been more of a writer than a worker. You should see all the notebooks that she was bringing home and saying, these are all like notes.
Yeah.
Stress.
Yeah. I've cried. I've had some tears, Cindy.
Natalie says, thank you for sharing this because I too have been having a hard time, really struggling with staying more strict.
Yeah.
If I could ever get my snacking under control, you might not be able to see me right
if
now.
we could go back for the past 3 years, the story and the struggles of James snacking.
Snacking.
Yep. He forgot to turn his phone on silent.
I didn't think I needed to. No one usually calls me. No one usually calls me.
Yeah. So, Natalie, you're not alone. Please know you're not alone. And like I said, I know it can definitely feel like you are alone because I totally feel that way.
All right. So here's something I want to touch on.
Okay. John Gugahan. Okay. I wanted to say that out loud, like with more confidence.
John says, I decided to change things up starting May 1st. I figured out my Weight Watchers points using the old Weight Watchers points plus
we just played this
system.
Game.
I am still low carb, not always 30 or less. It's working well so far.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm glad that's working.
I was going to say, don't you dare knock it.
Oh, I'm not. But here's what I did. So here's what bumped me off the keto system, right? Mm-hmm. When I started watching calories. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, your higher fat meats are the ones, your meats with the fat in them.
Yeah.
Are the ones that are best for keto.
Right.
Are the ones that have the most calories.
Yeah.
So if you get the leaner the hamburger,
yeah,
the lower the calories.
Right.
So what happened?
We have 5 pounds of.
Yeah, 91.9. And I'm not ashamed of that because we can always add butter.
Yeah,
it is
use
what
it
it
for
is.
a chili.
It is what it is. But so which started, you get back in that mentality. You don't ever just change like, oh, I'm done. It's a slow thing that happens where you're like, you start introducing chicken.
Yeah. You
start having more chicken instead of fat. Well, when you're all of a sudden now you're low carb and you're low fat, so you're low energy. And then things just start to change.
Right.
If you can do that, on the points, congratulations. But that seems to be what happened to me because
and snacks.
It's always snacks. You know what? The food industry that makes chips, they need to pay for what they've done.
you know that's what you do. So
they need to pay for what they've done. Mary says there are many of us 4, 5, 6 years in that are tired of talking about it. Just want to live at this point.
Yes,
it's good. Most keto places are for beginners. We can talk maintaining. It's not a fail.
No. It still feels like it though sometimes because.
Okay.
Who likes messing up? Like, I don't like messing up.
A long time ago, I said that I never wanted to reach my goal because I never wanted to get to maintenance, right?
Yeah.
That's what I said for 2 years that it took me to reach my goal.
Yeah.
It was like a year and a half. But anyway, to reach my goal because I never wanted to deal with maintenance. Come to find out.
You still don't want to.
I didn't fail. I did exactly, my life followed my words. So this time what's going to happen is I'm going to get back to my goal and I'm just going to maintain just fine.
Yeah. What is the saying? Speak, which is not, how does it go? I'm going to butcher it. Speak as though it is.
You're supposed to speak of something. You put me on the spot. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Yes. So I always tell him, like, he'll be like, we don't have money. I'll be like, we're rich.
Well, there you go.
Not really.
John says it basically helps me not to overeat.
Yes, and
Yes. But like I
We get
said,
that.
once again, I mean, you can still maintain and be fine. But like if a lot of them healthy foods that everybody thinks are healthy, them things are like, did you know that even baked Lays have bad oils in them? Even the baked chips have the bad oils in them. So like the bad oils, I'm convinced that there was one thing that I would tell anyone to do, it would be to cut out them seed oils. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I believe that is the single most healthy. And think about it. If you cut out the seed oils, think of all the stuff that you're eliminating. You're eliminating most of the stuff that caused you to get overweight to begin with.
Yeah. Yep.
Natalie has been using too many keto products that are not truly keto and eating when I'm not hungry.
It's easy. It's so easy to do. Like,
protein bars. Emily loved these protein bars, but I can tell you what, you start eating protein bars and you will pack the weight on.
Yeah, for some reason, all of them, like if it's a protein bar, I will probably like it for some reason. And it's just, I don't know. I was always a stickler for like any of those like breakfast bars or any like.
Look, and Cindy Demand, she says the same to Natalie. Cindy, I love you with all my heart, but I cannot eat your fudge no more. When Cindy makes fudge, I eat so much fudge that I feel miserable.
He does.
I
do too.
And it's so good.
But it's delicious.
It is so good, but I just feel miserable because I just, you think that you got life by the horns. You're like, I've lost all my weight that I needed to lose. I'm doing good. And then you see fudge and you're like,
I can do that.
Yeah, I can just eat 2 pounds of this today.
Right. No. No.
Judy's found that if you walk with a weight vest, it helps with the stall.
I could see that.
And it's good to get stronger.
I could see that.
Sounds like Judy wants to carry me on a walk. Cindy will never get rid of the scale.
Yeah. So I feel like people are one way or the other. Either they can never get rid of the scale or it's out the window because it's just too much. Like, it's just too much.
Mary says that maintaining gets hard. Don't want to diet anymore. Don't want to gain. Don't want to quit. Don't want to keep going. I just need to stay whole food and we'll be okay.
Mary, that's exactly how it feels.
I do agree with that.
100, like yes, that sums it completely up for real. It does.
It's Amy.
Amy.
I've been struggling with that for the last 2 months. Reached that same stall and it was so disheartening. The inflammation is back with a vengeance.
Yes. Like I said,
Carrie says I would need a Dalmatian to be put on the spot.
There we go.
John says the point system doesn't track calories, only protein, fat, carbs, and fiber.
Oh.
I find that keto snacks end up being high points and are no go for me.
Imagine that.
Yep, I can still have the fatty meats, just not as much.
Yeah.
And there is one thing as far as what I would have not had before. I am going to allow myself, as long as it's cooked with a good oil, I am going to allow a little bit of popcorn, whether it be a cup, a third of a serving or something.
Yes.
I am going to allow a little bit of popcorn because popcorn, they have...
Popcorn's my jam.
Yeah, there's some popcorn now that's made with like coconut oil. And I know it's a little bit higher carb, but as long as I have it at a
serving
meal.
Is like 3 cups.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot, but it's literally like...
It is a lot.
I know it's a lot when you look at it.
Yeah.
And it can last a long time. I'm just saying that like if I go to a movie or something, I might just have to sneak it in. We might have to get a special vest, a popcorn vest.
A weighted vest.
Yeah, a weighted vest full of popcorn. John says had to do something because straight up keto simply stopped working for me.
That's how James, like we were talking about that.
Cindy says, LOL, James, moderation.
I know.
I still can't do it.
I know.
I keep trying. I can't do it, Cindy.
Yeah. Yeah.
We went to that Keto Ohio thing. I stood out there. I ate so much fudge. I found myself like backing up with my hands behind me so nobody would see. Like, yep, this is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shirley says, nice to see you again. No, I have been under stress extreme, and I cry a lot about my home life.
Shirley, I was just saying, if you just joined us, I was just saying how I have been crying. I've been the biggest crybaby for like 2 months. I'm not even joking.
Well, Shirley,
And James will attest to it. So don't feel bad because you have feelings. Like,
hey,
I just,
will you tell our secretary
there's-
to write down her name too, and we'll pray for her marriage.
I need to write down. I need to go get a notebook.
You have one on your phone.
I have a notebook right here.
You have a notepad on
I
your
have like
phone.
5 notebooks.
All right. Carrie says last week started Monday with my back problems, and I couldn't move at all and didn't want to eat, so I fasted till Thursday and then ate again.
How many days?
From Monday to Thursday.
Ooh.
We did a 3-day fast in January. I'll never forget it.
Shirley. Who else was I writing down that I didn't write down?
Brian Doyle's here.
Brian Doyle.
And Cindy says, can't blame me for that fudge. I did not make any. Well, you know what? A lot of it wasn't the best, but there was so much of it that, like, there was some that was really good, you know, like keto chow fudge or whatnot.
Yes, it's wonderful.
It is wonderful. But now I know. I know that it's dairy now.
It's so funny.
I know. I was so stupid. I was like, I think they're sneaking gluten into my food. Why does my stomach always hurt? Because it didn't make sense. Like if I eat a hard cheese, a good quality cheddar or something like that,
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem. But if I eat a slice of cheese.
No, it was like a pimento cheese dip that we bought.
Oh, that might have been that was the last nail in the coffin. Pimento.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I pooping my pants? Well,
What?
58 watching.
And that's what you just said.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, it's that time of year again.
What time of year?
Like my face, my head, everything looks nice and tan.
Yeah.
And then there's this.
You know.
And then there's that. I'm sorry if I didn't mean to show too many muscles.
Yeah. He cut his head.
I did. I was working under a tree, raised up and really cracked it good. It hurt too. I
The
actually
branch in the trees.
yeah,
Stabbed him.
I was actually surprised that it was only that much because it felt like it like ripped part of it off.
He had blood coming down his head. Like, ran into the tree.
I did. Well, I was under the tree. I had to duck to get under it. Then I
Yeah.
raised up and beat my head on it.
Yeah.
Oh. Mary says, been watching Dr. Saladino. He's been incorporating fruit and honey, no veg. He's an exercise beast, says you would adjust accordingly, but he says he feels better with it. Do you think we just need to exercise?
I totally think I need to exercise.
But are you going to?
That's the problem. That is the problem. But here's the thing. Like, I really, really need to pay attention to what I am eating because I am like, just remember this face. And a week from now, we need to like do a side by side. The difference, like the puffiness in my face, the puffiness in my feet.
I don't really think your face is that puffy right now.
It feels puffy.
Oh no. There's been a couple of days that like you've woke up in the morning, I've been like, you look great. Today wasn't that day. Today, you know, it's not even like your face, it's more like your eyes.
Okay.
Your eyes will get puffy. And it's like,
Because I've been crying a lot.
and it's like, whoa.
Yeah. I have been crying a lot.
What'd you do with him?
Yeah. It's just been rough.
Andy said Farmer Tan. Andy's here.
Andy, hey, you guys, I want to share something. It is like my most favorite drink I have found. So you know that we do the diet sodas. Like Coke Zero is my jam, right? I have found a new drink.
Sugar-free jam.
Yeah, my sugar-free jam, right? There is a new drink out, and I couldn't find it, and Austin found it and brought it home, and he thought it was disgusting, and I think it is the best drink ever. If you like coconut, it is so good. So it is Dr. Pepper, zero sugar, creamy coconut. Dr. Pepper, creamy coconut. and it is so good. It is like the best drink, the best soda, like zero sugar soda ever.
Yeah. Now me, I'm not going to do it. I'm glad she likes it.
It's so good.
Sometimes I find that the coconut things
Yeah.
like would remind me like suntan lotion.
That's what Austin said. It reminded him. Him and Derek both. Neither one of them like it. I love it. I brought one in for my boss because I was like, "This is the best drink ever," and he's like, "What?" And I brought one in for him, and he thought it was good too. So it's either hit or miss. Apparently,
we're excited tonight because my older boy and her
Derek.
brother are going to church with us tonight, and we're
Yeah.
excited about that.
Yeah.
I did kind of, however, make one little mistake. My computer is not very charged. It's losing things as we go.
Yeah.
And if we don't have choir practice Thursday, we'll be back Thursday. We will put out a video this week. We will film it probably tomorrow. It's going to be
It's probably going to be a lot of repetitiveness from this live because we just want to make sure we are always honest and as forthcoming as possible. So it's our journey, and we need to continue sharing how it can be, or hopefully it's not for you, Brian.
Yeah,
but it's an overall health journey, and
in a nutshell, no matter what, even if we stayed the same weight, I can't.
Might be doing weigh-in Saturdays again.
Even if we stayed the same weight, we still feel so much better on keto, and it's because of the stuff that like.
Yeah.
Everything that's not keto is just really riddled with just bad stuff. I mean, it really is. Even the stuff that everyone thinks is healthy, it still doesn't make you feel as good as a steak or a hamburger does.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, truly. And that's where I'm at, So I kind of told her, I was like, you know what, if you think we should do this, then let's do this. And she said, when she agreed, it was kind of like, yes. Because
see, I felt the same. Like I thought the opposite. Like, are you serious?
Like really,
Yes.
I really don't. And another thing is, I've cooked keto for so long, and it's so easy.
We're like, we don't know.
I don't even know how to cook anything anymore. I don't even know what to do. I just know to make meat. Like I can make my meat really good, but like, now what? Like. I only go around the outside of the grocery. I don't know how to do anything else.
Yeah.
So because we didn't know how to cook, it was almost like we just need to go out, and then you get the bad oils. So there were Joe Doyen's here and said hi. And
Amy, yes, if you like the cream soda Dr. Pepper, which is hard to find in Zero, you will love this. It's so good if you love coconut. It's like eating some kind of coconut candy it's like drinking candy.
John says you look amazing.
Oh, John, thank you.
Carrie says you're so coconutty. Mary says nice to see you. I hope you guys look. All right, so you guys know that Autumn came out and said that she's not keto and this and that.
I love Autumn.
We love Autumn. We're going.
Yep.
We are going to Ketopalooza. Yeah. We will always continue to go to Ketopalooza. Yep. We will be going.
Once she's putting it down, we'll be there.
2 weeks from today, we'll be at the Keto Indie meetup.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be there.
Yeah.
And we'll always be. Anyway, what I'm saying is
we still want to be a part of the community, and we know we've slacked and not.
So here's one thing I will say, and I'm going to say it in the other video.
Okay.
We're still not perfect.
No.
I don't want to feel like a lying bad person if, 2 meals a month I decide to have something like a birthday party that's at a pizza place and I decide to have pizza with someone, or hookah's here.
Hookah!
Or, a plan like I want tacos. There's worse things, Like I said, I'm going to raise the standard from 90%. I want to hold myself to 95%. Accountability. But I don't want to feel as if I have something that wasn't. I do not want to feel like it was sin, or that I'm lying, or that I'm being deceptive in any way, shape, or form. So just know I'm not perfect, but I'll try.
That's all we can do.
And as long as I'm 95%, there is no fail. That's what we're calling. That's That's Ready Set Keto's keto.
Yeah.
Hookah, we missed you.
We do miss you. Sharon. Hi, Sharon.
Look, we couldn't go anywhere. Joe said that we're the
Oh,
favorite keto channel.
We love you.
We do love you. We love all you guys. Hookah, you're gonna have to watch the replay.
Oh,
Like I said, we have a video that we're coming out probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
yeah.
It will be a video that was like this but smaller. Mickey was in a car accident.
Oh, Mickey.
Fractured hip, broken right hand, and nursing home for rehab. So crap, non-keto food here. Sad face. Write him down or her on the prayer list.
I am.
It's Mickey O Jr. I don't know many girls named Junior.
Okay.
All right, you guys.
100%.
Nan says, we love you, not
We love
because
you.
you're keto.
No,
And
man.
Cindy says, I need to make something for Saturday's meetup. What would you like, James? Yes. You know what?
To say
You know what?
fudge.
I so lied. I want fudge, Cindy. I just want not as much of it. What you got to do is you're gonna have to like bring some and then like bring me like a little bag.
Say, this is all you're allowed to
This
have.
is yours. Ration it, and I'll know what you mean. All right, you guys. Amy says, thank you for this. Had no ideas how much I needed this today. So happy to see you both. We are happy to see you, and you live close to us. You should come hang out.
I know.
All right, we love you guys,
We love
and
you.
we will see you in just a few days.
Yes. Bye.